Let's lead on the political front. Ladies and gentlemen, New York is aiming to become a crypto hub. We had Mayor Eric Adams out and about doing many appearances over the last couple of weeks, but the most prominent was his appearance to announce a new hub that would be housed in New York City that would focus on fostering innovation around digital assets. Now, what makes this so interesting is a lot of companies call New York home. A lot of crypto companies call New York home. You got Ripple, you got Coinbase, you got Consensus, and you got DeFi protocols like Avalanche. My thinking is now that they've changed their tone, their energy towards digital assets in a financial epicenter such as New York, this is going to benefit companies in that area in major ways. As a matter of fact, as of this morning, Circle officially confirmed it. They will be doing their IPO. And guess what? I got an email within about an hour saying that Robinhood would be listing CRCL, Circle stock. So that's going to be great. But I believe we have the clip here next. Mayor Eric Adams. Let's take a listen.
Our goal remains the same as it was day one as mayor, making New York City the crypto capital of the globe. And to help us get there, nothing is more appalling and insulting than to ignore people who were in the field previously and believe that you are reinventing the wheel instead of ensuring the wheel rolls down every community and every block. So this is our announcement that we will be creating a digital asset advisory council to bring fintech jobs and investment right here to the Big Apple, and we're going to ask the rank and file to come from among you to help us, state government, get out of the way, allow it to grow and prosper by going to those who have been in this field for many years. In a few weeks, we'll be announcing the chair of this council and with key policy recommendations to help ensure that we use this technology in the right way. This is not about chasing memes or trends. We want you to use the technology of tomorrow to better serve New Yorkers today.
That's another thing that I really like about this push coming out of New York from Brother Adams here. It's not about chasing memes. This is about the utility behind the technology. Now, I got to admit really quickly here before we go to our next piece, we got a clip from the administration speaking on digital assets. But I posted a clip on X talking about Nigeria. All right. Now, the first half of this post was correct. Their Ministry of Digital Technology, they are pushing forward with blockchain adoption. But the clip that I actually attached was from 2023, and I did not see it until the post edit. All right. Some things that happens when you're running an organization such as this by yourself. However, the fact remains, though, I appreciate the push towards the utility of blockchain, removing us from the trader first, money first aspect that really was holding us back all of this time. It's gotten to the point to where our administration are coming out publicly and making comments like this.
We are going big on digital assets. So Trump administration has made digital assets a priority. Past administration starved and almost made extinct a lot of these companies and pushed it offshore. So what we want to do is apply the highest U.S. regulatory and AML standards to digital assets, especially stable coins. And I've seen estimates that just over the short term, stable coins could create $2 trillion of demand for U.S. Treasuries and Treasury bills. To put that in context, the number is probably about $300 billion right now.
300 billion running through stablecoins. All the more reason why every time we get a headline like this, a clip like this, I emphasize that the public networks that these stablecoins are running on stand to benefit the most. So if you're holding those, you're in the best position as this digital asset transformation occurs. Like, I hear a lot of people talking about we're going through the Great Reset. Folks, members of the committee, best friends of mine from childhood, if you just so happen to have found my channel. Great Reset happened in 2020. Straight like that. We're already in it. That is why I believe we're getting the frequency of these types of posts, this type of information is increasing because we're already in the digital era, the fourth industrial revolution, if you want to call it that. Check this out here. Crypto companies, U.S. political contributions last election cycle. Coinbase topping the list, $50 million. Ripple came back with another $49 million. Again, two companies, along with Circle and Andreessen Horowitz, if I'm not mistaken, housed in New York. But last election cycle, I remember seeing the headlines. This was the most amount of money that has ever gone into a political campaign from crypto companies. And to be quite honest with you, Brian Armstrong over there at Coinbase do seem to be sitting very comfortably ever since this donation dropped. So I firmly think that this represents a new era for blockchain. We're at a point that, heck, a few years ago, when I got into the space, 2019, 2020, this was all fantasy, okay? We were having these discussions in chat rooms on Telegram and WhatsApp, waiting for the day where blockchain technology, digital assets, Bitcoin, cryptos, DLT, they're even talking about XRP, Stellars, Hedera publicly now. We were waiting for this moment because it was something that we defined as the mainstream era. Something I talked a lot about. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I think we are in the mainstream era. And the mainstream era could very well last much longer than we realize. Much longer than we realize. Now, on the other side, and I think this adds even more value to the discussion as well, got to push back from the other side of the aisle, which does raise some very interesting questions. Because when you look at the activity of Trump-related coins that are on the market, they do move quite frequently off of whatever he says and does, along with the rest of the market. So there are members of government that feel, simply put, like that's market manipulation. We wouldn't let anyone else do that. No matter what, what their background was, we wouldn't let nobody else do that. How is he getting away with it with this crypto stuff? So all of these things together, guys, what I'm getting at here is this represents the mainstream era for blockchain and digital assets. We here now because almost every other day on mainstream news outlets, they're either mentioning Bitcoin, talking about Bitcoin, talking about Trump's blockchain endeavors. Eric Trump actually just came out. He was at Solana Accelerate, and I should have added this one into the deck, but simply he says the whole reason they got into crypto is because they were debanked, which is really profound when you think about it. Because unlike most that attach themselves to our industry, they didn't just attach, they integrated. Because they saw the utility, how it can improve your financial standing, not just by investing, but using it. That's powerful, man. At the end of the day, especially while this man is in office, this added energy, all this extra attention, I think that's going to look, it's going to reflect well in the price throughout his term. Once we get towards the end of his term, Oh man, that's a whole different discussion. We'll talk about that later.